Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. To introduce me, my name is Salahuddin bin Shoaib. At present, I am the head of Center of Postgraduate Study of our faculty, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. So the coordinator of master by research, by coursework and mixed mode, they are reporting to me. So we have right now at present nearly 300 students for our postgraduate program. Before this, I was the coordinator of research of the faculty and the executive editor of our Scopus Index, the only Scopus Index journal at UIPM, which is Journal of Mechanical Engineering. My background is in mechanical engineering. I did my degree in America, University of Alabama at Birmingham. And then I pursued my master in University of Toledo, Ohio. And I did my PhD in biomechanical engineering and finite element analysis and sky analysis in University of Putra, Malaysia back in 2012. Regarding my professional membership, I am the member of Board of Engineer and member of IEM, graduate, not a graduate member, this is a member of MIEM, and also the technologies of NMOD. I'm the panel to interview the people who want to apply ITS. Okay, there are a number of people who are applying it. Any one of you have STS here? Not yet. And then I'm a member of American Society of Mechanical Engineering. Last night we have a meeting using a WhatsApp group to discuss a guideline of 3D printing technology, additive manufacturing. They discuss, when they discuss, they have a meeting at 11 over there. So here is 11 p.m. So our meeting lasts at 3 a.m. in the morning. That's why today I'm a bit sleepy. Anyhow, this is my research background. I teach stress analysis, finite element analysis, biomechanics, and for this class, I'm teaching management of innovation. Okay. I think I taught this class since 2015, and I joined UITM. Before that, I was a lecturer at University of Science of Malaysia, okay, for 14 years, and then I moved to UITM. This is regarding my publication. I have published a number of reputable journals, and I hold a number of grants worth 2 million. The leader of a research grant 14 and the member 7. I hold 5 IP, okay, the property, and we are going to submit the patent of our invention, which is the spare part of a human body, which is I developed high fraction implant, okay, hip implant, bone metal implant, and I have a number of postgraduate students, okay, PhD and master, graduated already 3 of them, and then 5 master graduated. I supervise hundreds FIP students. And I also actively involved with consultancy work 4.2 million, okay, in various projects, okay, various projects. And the panel of panel of mostly they change name many times. And the panel of different grant, which is Techno Fund, Science Fund, Innovative Fund. The Techno Fund was 3 million. So, so for this class, I think one of the assignment that I'm going to give you is to prepare PPRN grant, which is every company can apply a grant up to 500,000. Okay, 500,000. Okay, that one will be part of your individual assignment. I'm going to assign it. In term of the recognition, I involved with many innovation exhibition. Okay, I think that's all about me. Okay, for you to get to know. And then I proceed to the coverage of the syllabus that we are having. Okay, I know you have the project been assigned by Tosin. Okay, but we also have examination. Examination. This is open book exam that you are going to have next week. Okay, on Sunday. It's going to be open book exam. Open notes. Okay, but you are given only 3 hours to solve the problem and submit it using our Google Classroom platform. Okay. So as an exercise for today, to familiarize you to use Google Classroom for assignment submission, there are 2 assignment or the case study that's being given to you, been assigned to you in group, but even though it is a group assignment, group project, you have to do a discussion, okay, and then you have to submit by using our Google Classroom platform as an individual, okay, as an individual. And also today what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover 2 chapters, okay. So for every chapter, for each chapter, we're going to have I'm going to give you a short lecture, and then I'm giving you the case study for you to do a discussion, okay. To do discussion among your team member, group member, you can use your earlier team member formation, okay, and then do discussion, and then you submit the case study by today, okay, by today, to do the submission. And also at the end of to make sure that you alert of my today's short lecture, for every chapter I'm going to give you a short quiz, okay, short quiz that you can answer. There are quiz for chapter 8 will be 10 question, multiple choice question for true and false, so you can answer on the spot. And same thing for chapter 8. So today we cover 2 chapters, chapter 7 and chapter 8. So regarding the coverage, the remaining chapter, okay, left for me is these 2 topic, okay, these 2 topic, which is the topic on decision making under uncertainty, okay, building the innovation case. Number 3, to creating new product and services, okay, and exploiting open innovation and collaboration. Okay, this is what we call part 3, which under to select and to implement. Okay, to implement. And for next week, which is to capture, okay, we're going to cover the topic on exploiting entrepreneurship and new ventures, capture the benefit of innovation, capturing learning from innovation, and managing NPD process. For the textbook, okay, for the textbook, this is the recommended textbook that I'm using, okay, that I'm using now, which is John Besson and Joe Titt. The title of the book is Innovation and Entrepreneurship, okay, Tom Wiley, okay, 2018, okay. And another reference is Professor Melissa Schilling, okay. The title of her book is Strategic Management of Technological Innovation, okay. Decision making under uncertainty, okay. All right. I think everybody have this one. Nice background. So what I'm going to do for this short lecture, being PPT and MCO, okay, it's like this, difficult to teach basically. But I try my best not to make all of you sleepy, so I very quickly will give you a briefing of this chapter, and then we start straight away do the class activity. Okay. So for this session, these are the coverage of the topic. Is the coverage of the innovation of the uncertainty. Okay. And then number 2 is to assess how to assess the innovation project. And then what will be the tools that will be used for assessment. Okay. And number 4 is the problem of radical innovation. Okay. Radical innovation. When we talk about innovation, okay, these are the thing that we need to put into consideration, okay, because it's unknown. There are many possibilities, there are many opportunities, okay. Innovation also is about doing something new, okay, and also it will also come out in our mind also, will this innovation work, okay? Will the technology will do what we want, okay, what we want. By the time we completed our new product of our innovation, will the market still there, okay, and behave like what we predict or we expect, okay? Will our competitors, okay, move in different direction and will become more successful? And also what happened to the government policy, okay, whether they will change rules, okay, set of rule and policy, okay. These are the issue that is related to innovation, okay. Another thing that I would like to highlight here is regarding the what we talk about incremental innovation and radical innovation. When we want to do innovation, of course, we want to the conservative, they want to do very small amount of innovation. Okay? They don't want to take risks. Okay? And on the other hand, people they want to do radical changes or radical kind of design, radical innovation. Okay. So for incremental innovation, okay, versus radical innovation, of course, for the incremental innovation, the risk will be lower. Okay. We will do the thing that we know better. Okay, we do better. Okay, we will have we want to do something that we have prior knowledge. Okay, related to the market, related to the technologies, related to the regulation, okay, framework, okay. And we also have reasonable, accurate assessment on risk. On the other hand, when we talk about radical innovation, we are going to do something which is completely different. Okay, of course, when you do something which is completely different, the risk will be higher. Okay, the risk will be higher, and we don't have much information, lack of information of the thing that we are planning to do. Okay, so the key thing is we need to have knowledge. Okay, have knowledge. We need to learn and be able to unlearn of what we know before. Okay, because when me at present also actively do a lot of reading, keep up with the technology, know what other people they are doing. Okay, so that we are not going to be left behind. And through the sharing that I attended last 2 days, we have a summit online. Hosted by SME and American Society of Mechanical Engineering of USA. They have organized a summit on 3D printing. So people all over the world, they do a lot of sharing regarding 3D printing technology. Okay, comprised of academician, scientists, people, player from industry, the software developer. Okay, so they did a lot of sharing of information all day. One good thing about it right now, the the summit is worth $1,000 US, but they organize it for free, because they get a lot of sponsor uh, and have the station in COVID coronavirus MCO as we are having now. So a lot of things that we need to learn. Okay, a lot of things we need to learn, and then try to understand the new norm. So I hope that me and all of you try to learn as quick as possible. Okay, to adjust yourself with the new norm so that we are not left behind. Okay. So the knowledge is very important. Decision about to proceed. Knowledge is important whether we can proceed or not, or vice versa. Okay. Getting hold of knowledge. Okay, as early as possible. Okay. To invest in acquire knowledge. Okay. But I know a lot of the webinar that you can attend. Okay, all over the world. Okay, just spend time to get some. Last night, as I mentioned, we are in the working committee to set a guideline for 3D printing technology, additive technology. We have from people all over the world. We form a small group. But one thing that been discussed last night is the innovation that been done during the existing situation, whether it's going to be sustainable. Okay, after which is a post-COVID. So they also discuss about the project, what's going to happen. Okay, what's going to happen. So through R&D, through market research, through competitor analysis, transporting. Okay, so innovation, as I mentioned in the slide, is a process. Okay, to reduce uncertainty, but increasing resource commitment. Okay, and further we go into the project, the more it costs, but the more we know. Okay, the more we know. Okay, what is this? This one is what we call the funnel of uncertainty. Okay, the funnel of uncertainty. So at the offset, you can see anything is possible, but increasing commitment of resources, okay, during the life of the project. Okay, so I repeat, in our project, in our work, anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. But it requires commitment, okay, throughout the project. Okay, and during the life of the project, it makes it increasingly difficult to change the direction. So to manage innovation is the fine balancing act, okay, between the cost, of the continuing with project, okay, and it will end up whether you will succeed or not, okay. It will be, the danger will be the closing down too soon, or will eliminate the potential, okay. Outline, detail, design, testing, and all. Okay, this innovation funnel, or just the roadmap, will help to review to make decision about the resource commitment. Okay. How about this one? Anybody familiar with this one? This one we call what we call the stage gate model. Okay, this is stage gate model. We have what we call accelerating idea to market. Okay, the short form of it is the AIM process. Okay, the AIM process. Excuse me. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, we look at this stage gate model. Okay, this is an example of AIM process. Okay, so the purpose of AIM, okay, first of all is to provide common rules, okay, of the game for the product, okay, of the product development. Okay, and then we would like to have the the clear decision. Okay, what will be the clear decision to make clear decision at the right moment. Okay, and another thing is to clarify responsibility. Okay, so the main objective. Okay, so the main objective of this AIM process is to ensure a high uniform level of professionalism for you to do the product development, okay, so that it will yield the high quality of the product. Okay, starting from here we have an idea of the customer need. Okay, for gate 1, idea formulation. Gate 2 is concept, product development, and test market, and also the international marketing. So every section they have their own what we call the stage of the gate model. Another important thing that I would like to highlight also for this chapter is the problem with planning. Okay, when you do planning, is good. Planning is the first thing that we want to do, but when we plan, there are problems that we are facing. Okay, one of it is the inherent uncertainty, okay, in innovation. So need for dynamic approach for selection. Okay. Another thing is the stage gate model of continuous review. Okay. Need a systematic decision making. Okay. But this one apply normally for incremental innovation. When you have the project, okay, there is the need to do the assessment. Okay, how do we assess? Okay, how do we assess the innovation project? Okay, first of all, your gut feeling, tanya rasa hati, okay tak okay, and that this one of the way. Okay, kita rasa as a Muslim selalu kita sembahyang dulu lah, sembahyang istikharah dulu, kita doa, kan, solat hajat, kan, to make sure whether the project is okay or not, kan. Should make it a habit for us, kan, sembahyang 2 rakaat, kan. The scholar dulu kan macam tu, they nak launch apa-apa project to get a breakthrough of anything, you solat 2 rakaat, perform 2 rakaat prayer, make doa. That is the main thing. Selain daripada do a lot of what we call the effort, our perseverance, our research, do a lot of reading. Another way is simple financial measure. Okay, simple financial measure. Simple one. Okay, so simplest one. ROI. What would be ROI? Would be ROI. Now during our grant application at MOSTI, before that MESTEC, earlier one MOSTI, they changed, tukar menteri, they changed name many times. Is to one of the criteria is they will ask what will be the ROI of the grant. That at the end of the day, what will be ROI? Okay. Complex financial measure. Okay, and then the decision matrix, which is a multi criteria, and then problem of multiple projects. Okay, the problem of multiple projects, portfolio of the management. So in order for us to build up the portfolio, we have to ensure the following: ensure the balance between risk, rewards, okay, novelty, experience, etc., as element of uncertainty. Okay, and then we need to make choice. Okay, in life we have to make choice. Okay, how can we do it better? Okay, how can do different, okay, from others. And also, we want to ensure a good balance across the portfolio between risk and potential reward. These are the things. I know all of you have a lot of experience handling different kind of project, okay, up and down, success, and then also face failure. These are the things I think normally during face-to-face class, we do a lot of sharing of that among our student in class, and then everybody can learn from each other. Okay, so hopefully the project that I assigned, we can do a lot of discussion and do a lot of sharing. Okay, another thing is we also, when we want to do the innovation, there are what we call the obstacle. Okay, we are going to face this kind of sentences or words that will discourage us. Okay, this is not our business, this is not big enough, not invented here, okay, but invented here. Okay, nice idea, okay, but doesn't fit. If it's not broken, why you have to fix it? Okay, great mind think alike, and existing customer don't want it, and you have a lot of people who try to bring you down. Yeah. We are doing okay. Okay, let's set up a pilot. This is what we call our, the thing that will stop us from doing things. And another big enemy is the feel of complacent. Oh, okay, complacent. Yeah. These are the worst enemy that we need to overcome. For non-adoption of radical ideas is these are the things that can see here. Most organizations also have innovation boundaries, comfort zone that define the limit to what is acceptable exploration, okay, beyond which they are reluctant, okay, or unable to search. Then decision making around radical options, constraint, okay, and then the high level of uncertainty also will put pressure, okay, on the resource allocation, okay, and then ideas that do not fit neatly into the existing model, okay, are rejected, and so forth. They are the things that we are facing. Another thing, I think this is the last part that I'm going to talk about is for this chapter, okay, is the mapping the selection space. Okay, if you look at here, this is what we call the framing the challenge. Okay, framing the challenge. We have the vertical axis here. What you have there is the innovation that we are going to do, okay, that we're going to do from incremental to vertical, to radical, okay, innovation from incremental to radical. And the horizontal axis here, which is the environmental complexity, okay, environmental complexity. So, as I mentioned, for environmental complexity, it is number of elements and their potential interaction. And complexity will rise. Rising complexity, what does it mean? it means that it becomes increasingly difficult to predict, okay, a particular state, okay. Why? Because of the increasing number of potential configuration of this element, okay. That's why we say that the rising of the complexity. So you're going to see this box here. These are the different zone. The outline map of innovation selection space, starting with zone 1, which is to exploit. Okay, to exploit. This is zone 1. Okay, zone 2, it involves selection from exploration into a new territory. And then zone 3, okay, zone 3, we have zone 3. Zone 3, you can see here, the first two zones represent familiar territory, okay, in discussion to exploit, to explore, okay, in innovation selection. But in contrast, we have zone 3, okay, zone 3, which is associated with reframing, okay, reframing. It involves searching, it involves selecting from a space, okay, from a space. And last one, which is zone 4, is where the new world of innovation, okay, takes place, where the innovation emerge, okay, as a product, okay, of a process of co-evolution. This is the explanation of each zone. I think you can go through on your own. Zone 1, I mentioned just not to exploit, okay, to exploit. For zone 1, we adapt the incremental development, okay, to selection of steady state portfolio method, okay, the selection activity clearly defined, okay, with relevant players, okay. Next one is bounded exploration, okay. These are the explanation that I mentioned just now, okay. Okay, next one, what are the tools to help us with high uncertainty decision-making mechanism to facilitate selection? And these are lists of tools that will help us to have with a high uncertainty decision making mechanism. One of it is building alternative vision, bridge building from outside the box, probe and learn method, using alternative evaluation and measurement criteria, mobilizing a sponsorship, using alternative decision-making pathway, deploy alternative funding structure, use alternative implementation structure, and to mobilize entrepreneurship inside and outside the firm. Okay, this is the case study. Okay, I have given you the case study. So within this half an hour, okay, in your group, I would like you to discuss in detail the radical and incremental innovation implemented by Philips, okay, in both organizational and economic, by providing example, identify their competencies and asset, okay. How successful do you think sense and simplicity strategy get been used and why? And then what really is Philips' secret of profitability? Okay. This is the Philips case study. It's quite long. I think I will give you 45 minutes to do so and to answer and submit in our Google Classroom. Okay. How many